Well, psychotherapy is therapy of the psyche or of the mind. But we can't really separate mind and body because they're interwoven. And so we know that much of what's going on in our mind affects the body, which doesn't really get taught much in medicine, but we know it's very powerful in the body. And by healing the mind, it often can heal symptoms in the body, but it also heals our mood. We can get rid of depression, we can get rid of anxiety, we can get rid of a lot of worry and stress, and we can better our relationships and become more loving instead of more fearful or anxious or angry or criticizing people or putting them down. We can learn the skills that help us feel better and also help our quality of our relationships. That's why I think psychotherapy is so valuable, because I can use it not only to help other people, but I can use it on myself too. If I'm stressful, I can use one of the tools to reduce my stress. Then I will feel better. Then I'm able to help other people more do the same thing. And so we don't have to live in a state of pain and stress, because much of that comes from old programmings that we've had in our lives, and that affects our interpretation of things we see in the present. And so we can have the tools now that can help us, like deleting a program in a computer or deactivating a program. We have, our brains are like a computer. That's where the computer originated, was in the brain. And so we can do that with our brains too, and therefore change our lives. You know, our relationships, the ways we feel as we walk about in the world, and the ways our bodies respond to all of that, and whether we have sicknesses or not, we can attend to those with the mind as well. And the new science of quantum physics verifies that it's consciousness that rules over matter, not the other way around. And so I'm very happy to discover that we can have tools that we can do in that therapy itself, but then once we complete that process, we can carry a lot of those tools with us and keep using them the rest of our lives to bring peace and tranquility more into our lives. And we can improve our relationships, because so many people have relationships where they feel like they're just afraid they're going to lose or won't be loved or won't be respected. And then they'll make the other person wrong. But all that does is just make more of a conflict. There are tools that we can use to get beyond that, where we can be the change that we want to see ourselves and see how powerful that is, and see the results that we can get in our relationships. They can become more loving, more joyful, more creative, more healthy, and as well as our bodies. Our goals can be fulfilled more easily if we don't have blocks or barriers against those inside us, beliefs that we are not good enough, or beliefs that we're going to be criticized, or beliefs that we'd be a failure, or that we're not of value. Those beliefs can be deleted and be deactivated. And then we can free up the energy and the creative flow and intelligence and emotions of our lives to have a much more fulfilling life for ourselves and everybody around us. Well, certainly if you'd like to learn more about these methods or these tools or the combinations of them and how they work, I'll be glad to talk with you about it. You could contact me by phone or by email, or you could call me and we can make an appointment or two, and we could discuss it more in relation to your area, your issues, your problem areas, and what would be effective for you to do together. So I'd be happy to explore those things with you. I have people who want to come in person can see me in New York City or in Westport, Connecticut. Others may prefer to have session by Zoom or telephone or FaceTime or things like that. So that's possible too, especially during this coronavirus situation. So whatever works for you is I'm open to explore with you. But I'd be glad to answer any questions you might have about what this therapy is like.